Hey, my wonderful, wonderful people, a pleasant evening to you. Beautiful people, let me get right into it. So I stopped at the supermarket today and I saw, boy, so many different newspapers. Star, Observer. I don't know if I had seen the Gleaner, but nonetheless, let's continue. And the caption says $45 billion Spark program should begin before year end, says Morgan. And that is the minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Robert Morgan. And it says he's confident that the government's ambitious work program, Spark, shared prosperity through accelerated improvement. You know, it's the first time I actually knew what Spark meant. People, honestly, I always hear this, but I didn't even know it was an acronym. But I should have known, because what would Spark mean? You know, so I should have really known. Improvement through accelerated improvement to our road network, and it will begin before the end of this year. Well, I really hope, because with all this, with this inclement weather, you know, the different weather conditions that we've been facing, the heavy rains, the frequent rains, the consistent kind of gnawing at us, even the drizzles and so forth. So we can only hope that with all of this, you know, with the inclement weather, that the Spark program will begin. I remember a few months ago, you still can say some weeks ago, because it still would, you know, accumulate in terms of weeks, where the Minister Desmond McKenzie and some other people, lovely people, were speaking at a sort of a forum at Jamaica College, you know, and they talked about the Spark program, and they took information for people who would, you know, make their complaints or they give their concerns about roads that they're familiar with that really need rehabilitation. You know, I've always done posts that I detest the pro-patch method, you know, because it's shoddy work. The material is weak. It will not really prove fruitful. It actually is fruitless, because it's like somebody saying that they want a shoe to last and they pay 2,000 or 1,000 Jamaican dollars for it, expecting to walk out of the store with hopefully with the bottom of the shoes on the shoe itself, you know. And the reality is that if the roads are not, infrastructure is not properly invested in terms of solid material, good material, we're going to face a difficult uphill battle when the rains and the storm come. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. Because if you notice, when they use a pro-patch material, that very weak material, when the rains come and the wind and so on, you know, the debris, even if it is that they were covering holes and poorly structured roads, it gets worse. The rains actually dig up the situation worse. So the pro-patch doesn't even buffer, you know, the aftermath, the after effect of the patching. So if the hole was at, let us say, 20 centimeter wide, and I'm not good with math, I'm just calling something, and 40 centimeter, you know, in terms of which one is vertical is this way and horizontal is this way, whichever way, going wide and deeper, when the rains come, it's probably 100 centimeter, you know, deeper, and 200 centimeter wider, for example. I'm just calling a figure for you to get the point that I'm making. So it actually doesn't help the situation, because the material was not strong enough to withstand so it beats heavily against the pro-patch material, and it beats heavily against a damaged road. So the two elements get really damaged. And that is why you wonder, but here was patch, and even then, how comes the hole seems bigger? Because it couldn't protect it from the winds and the rains. It was shoddy work done, no disrespect, but it's a reality. You know, it says, addressing a post-cabinet media briefing on Wednesday, Morgan said the Public Investment Management Committee, PIMC, approved $45 billion for the road improvement program on Tuesday, October 29, so just about 3 or so days ago. He pointed out that with the approval by PIMC, the program will now go to the Public Procurement Committee, where it is expected to be approved, and then it will go before the Infrastructure Committee and Cabinet. And so I guess everything should be quick o'clock. You know, it says, so we are on track for the first road to be fixed before the end of year, Morgan said. Well, I really hope he really means that. you know, because we don't want to hear promises again and it is not kept. We really hope that, and as I said a few weeks ago or months ago, however you want to look at it, you know, Desmond McKenzie and his team, they came to Jamaica College and people gave their information, the location of roads that really need that rehabilitation. It is not, he was very, very clear, that's Minister McKenzie, that is not, he never used the word pro patch, but I'm just saying it, you know, for you to understand that is a comprehensive work that will be done on the roads that are slated, but you have to tell them, and people came there and they spoke on the roads that needed work, that need help. So we look forward to it, and we hope that the people who were on that list, or the areas that they told them about, that those will be dealt with. If those were the first on the project, that those will be the first dealt with. Whichever other places come after, they're dealt with afterwards, because the roads are terrible. And whoever is sorry, I was really saying who the people who are the like councillors and the MPs and everybody involved. Is St. Mary's Division, St. Mary's Parish. My God, it needs a spark there. It is the road is frightening, to say the least. And I've been to basically every, when I say every crevice and corner, I'm talking about areas and location, you know. And my God, I don't even know what to say where St. Mary is concerned. I'm not from the area, but I'm just bringing that in to say the roads in St. Mary, and with this inclement weather, oh my God, MP, you have to get on the job. You have to get the work done. So we look forward to, you know, it said Spark is set to rehabilitate. That's the word used. Rehabilitate, my beautiful people, is basically saying transformation, not just a little change. So it's not pro patch, proper comprehensive work, like it's almost like new roads being built, sort of a thing. It says Spark is set to rehabilitate hundreds of roads, incorporating upgrades such as pavement resurfacing, drainage improvements, and fiber optic duct installments. It will also enhance connectivity across the island, improving access to essential services, jobs, and educational opportunities for residents in both urban and rural areas. I'm from the urban area. You know, the Spark program is part of the NWA's ongoing push to enhance infrastructure island-wide, joining other initiatives such as the Relief Emergency Assistance and Community Help Reach, Capital Expenditure CAPEX, and Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Projects SHIP programs. All right, you know, and Mr. Robinson Morgan said we will be having engagements with various stakeholders such as Petrojam to deal with asphalt production. We have been working with the presumed enterprise contractor about their alliances with the local contractors who are very important partners in the Spark program, added Morgan. He said Jamaicans will be able to track the roads to be repaired under Spark. I hope so. As I said, I was at the meeting, so looking forward. Under Spark, as a website is being finalized and is expected to go live in another 2 to 3 weeks. We will be publishing on the Spark website every single road that will be repaired and a presumptive timeline as to when they will be repaired, said Morgan. We're holding you to it, Minister Morgan. We are certainly holding you to it. It says, in the meantime, Stephen Shaw, Communication and Customer Services Manager at the National Works Agency, NWA, which will be the implementing for Spark, has pointed out that through the program, Jamaica is investing not only in infrastructure, but in a more prosperous country. Well, we need to see the word prosperity mirror what the Bible says. Above all things, I wish for you to prosper, what it is saying, mentally, psychologically, financially. So just as your soul prospers, which would be spiritually and emotionally. So it is all areas. So if it is that we're going to see true prosperity, we hope that Mr. Morgan and his team will keep his word. And the people who had given the areas, as I said some weeks ago at the Jamaica College, at that sort of, you know, town hall meeting or whatever you call it, Guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe, follow, share. Have a great one.